If you transact on a public blockchain like Ethereum or Arbitrum, you are operating in a glass house. Every wallet address, token balance, and transaction history is completely exposed for anyone to see. That absolute transparency is exactly what makes decentralized networks trustless and easy to audit. But it also creates a highly adversarial environment for anyone actively trading or managing a decentralized organization. Before any transaction is finalized on the blockchain, it sits in a public waiting area called the Mempool. Because every pending move is visible to the entire network, Web3 insiders have a specific name for this exposed environment: the dark forest. Simply clicking Submit on a trade broadcasts your exact financial intentions to unseen opportunists, long before your action actually executes. The first apex predator patrolling this space is the MEV searcher bot. These automated scripts specifically target decentralized finance protocols when they attempt to rebalance millions of dollars in liquidity. This timeline flow illustrates the exact mechanics of a sandwich attack. The bot detects a massive pending order, pays a premium to jump right in front of it to manipulate the token price, and then instantly extracts the resulting profit from the protocol. The second major predator targets governance. These are DAO whales, users who hold massive amounts of tokens and exploit the transparency of decentralized voting systems. When a typical decentralized autonomous organization holds a vote, it forces retail users to publicly broadcast their total token wealth and their real-time for or against choices to the entire network. This total exposure leads to 3 direct consequences: voter intimidation, outright bribery, and a massive bandwagon effect where smaller users simply wait and mimic whatever the whales decide to do. Decentralized finance relies on the trustless execution of a blockchain. Yet it currently forces users to operate entirely in the open, where their strategies and assets are constantly preyed upon. The Alchemy Guild protocol, deployed directly on the Arbitrum Sepolia network, operates as a powerful countermeasure to the dark forest. On the surface, it functions as a seamless, gasless RPG economy. Players mint, craft, and stake elemental NFTs, like lead, silver, or gold, to automatically harvest real USDC trading fees from Uniswap. Behind these fantasy elements, the protocol runs a sophisticated financial engine that preserves privacy at the protocol level. This architectural flowchart shows the core innovation protecting the protocol, the iExec Nox protocol, which utilizes Intel TDX trusted execution environments. Think of a trusted execution environment, or hardware enclave, as a mathematically sealed vault. It processes data completely isolated from the main system, ensuring that not even the host machine can see what is happening inside. By routing sensitive operations off the transparent blockchain and into this isolated hardware, the protocol achieves trustless execution without exposing its data to the mempool. This architecture creates 2 distinct defensive layers. The first is the shielding lab, where users wrap their standard public guild tokens into a confidential version called C-Guild. This diagram shows how the process mints an encrypted handle directly inside the hardware enclave. When someone checks that user's wallet on a block explorer, their visible wealth has been turned into random cryptographic noise. That encrypted handle enables sealed ballot voting. When a user casts a vote, exactly 10 C-Guild is burned from their secret balance. The public blockchain registers that a transaction occurred, but the actual for or against tallies remain strictly at 0 on-chain. Once the 3-day voting window closes, the blockchain sends all the encrypted ballots into the hardware enclave. The enclave decrypts the votes off-chain, tallies the exact results, and pushes the final verified outcome back to the blockchain. Because both user balances and live voting trends are entirely hidden during the active voting phase, whales are rendered completely blind. Voter intimidation and the bandwagon effect become mathematically impossible. The enclave's protection extends beyond human voting to the protocol's own Uniswap v3 liquidity positions, which are managed by specialized background bots. When Alchemy Guild needs to adjust its target prices to stay in range and maximize yield, it does not broadcast these adjustments to the public mempool. Instead, the autonomous bots encrypt the target price data. They send this protected payload directly into the isolated hardware enclave, executing the critical liquidity adjustments securely off-chain. By hiding the protocol's financial strategy from the mempool, predatory front-running and sandwich attacks are neutralized before they can even begin. Alchemy Guild successfully unites an accessible, gamified front-end, gasless smart accounts, and confidential TEE governance into a single, cohesive ecosystem. The system also enables users to delegate encrypted viewing rights to whitelisted autonomous AI enclaves, such as Lino AI version 2. These AI agents can analyze community sentiment and cast programmatic votes directly inside the trusted execution environment on behalf of the user, without ever leaking the user's wealth or voting strategy to the network. Alchemy Guild proves that decentralized finance and governance do not require total transparency to remain trustless. By integrating hardware enclaves, the dark forest is finally secured for everyday users.